yellow flash of the leaf.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm doing something different today. A little face cam. That's it. I wanted to do it for the final video, and I know last video I stopped on chapter 64, and the book has 90 chapters in total. And usually I do like every 10 chapters, but like I I accidentally kept reading. I mean, and it just kept getting like better and better, and I just couldn't put the book down, and I just forgot to just do a 10 chapter review, and I just read the whole thing through. So depending on how long this video is, I may make it into two parts. Whenever I finish recording, I'm gonna be looking at the book to remember where I left off on chapter 64, because I finished the book. It was very good. Ended up chapter 90. It was very good. But okay, so 64 began with, I believe, Kieran. Okay, it's telling inside of the story still. Okay, so Kieran is like, I don't know if you remember, but like they have like a little party or celebration. I forgot what it is. I think it's basically like something like New Year's. Basically, it's just like a holiday, basically. So all the 12 houses, like, I think it's only like a week long or whatever. So I don't think it's not enough days for all 12 houses. So like I think they did like a random drawing to see like who will get daytime and who will have their party at nighttime. And of course people would want to have their party at nighttime because that's way more better. But basically, um, they go into this party. I believe it's their house party. So it's the House of Demon party, right? So it begins with Kieran. Um, it's supposedly dad, D Demon, but now we know his dad is the actual lord of the house, T Demon. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I'm just say the first letter, T Demon. So we know now like that T Demon is Kieran's actual father. And so the person that's pretending to be his dad is technically his brother. And D Demon knows that, but he's not saying that. He just don't care. He claiming Kieran as his son for his own plans. So basically, there was in a hearts party. Nothing really happened, little small talk. Let me see. Nothing really happened. Kieran, this was the party that Kieran was supposed to play the harp for everybody. So basically, um, he played the harp for everybody. Bada bam, bada boom. Nothing real serious. Then somebody stole the harp away or something like that because it's important. Like Kieran tried to catch him, but like they teleported away. I don't know why they stole the harp. They said it was important and they just stole it. The only important thing that came out of this chapter was that afterwards, so you remember like the general, like it's like a general. They have like a general quest for the kingdom. Like his son, of course, attended the party, and Kieran was like not kind of close to them, but they was kind of like the good guys, I guess. So they cool. So basically, he was like he's hosting like a little not an after party. It was like the party was still going on, but like it was like in one of the little secret rooms. They was having like a just going to play cards. Someone like the younger generation just going to play cards. Basically they went to play cards. Um, and I don't know if you remember that one dude that was from the auction that bought that girl. You remember that girl Karen was trying to bought the slave twin sister that died at the brothel he used to work at, and he tried to buy her, but somebody else from a different house bought her, and so he was there, and basically they was playing, they was gambling. I guess they was playing like a game, kind of like poker, and Kieran kept winning, kept win, he kept winning like hella money and all like back to back to back to back, right? So basically after that, of course people would get mad. They'll think he cheating because he won like 10 times in a row, like with the best cards. And Kieran like has the god of luck, or he like he follows the goddess of luck, but like he know that he was like that's too lucky. But the other dude from the other house got mad and he basically um flamed Kieran. Like he called him like the son of a I don't want to say the word, but the son of a his mom was like a slave, but they was making her being a prostitute. So basically he called her one of the offensive terms. He was like, "You're the son of a bam bam bam." So basically, bada bam bada boom. Kieran was about to fight him, but you remember when I said the general's son was there? The general's son is cool with Kieran, and he basically smacked that dude. Bah! Smacked him in his face. Everybody was like, and he basically challenged that dude to a duel. He was like, "Come on, man, you go duel." You know how rich people were back then and something like that. They had duels and stuff like that to solve their problems. And so Ken was kind of confused because he was to go straight up, I guess, just straight up box him right now, like straight up throw hands. But the general's son was telling him like, you have to like defend your house honor. He's like disrespecting your house. And like he was like, I know you're too young to do it because Karen at the time was probably only 15. In that world, 16 is like the grown up age. He 15, so he was like, I know you can't fight for yourself. Yeah, bada bam, bada boom. Skip to that. So they was basically having a fight, right? Um. Okay, so he basically have a fight. After that, I'm gonna keep telling the Tyler story. 'Cause it skips to Kieran's story again, but I'm gonna finish telling this story. So after that, basically, um, it's the very next day or whatever. And it's the duel that's gonna happen. They are like a lit. The dueling arena is where like they pick the kings. You remember what I said? Like they pick the kings by like whenever the king die, his crown and specter go back to the middle of this arena, and like everybody, no matter you a peasant, lower class, middle class, anybody can come fight. It's like a fight to the death. Whoever wins the king. That's kind of weird, but that's how they elect their kings. So basically, that's what they do. They duels there too. So basically, they have a little duel, and come to find out, the other dude that was his plan the whole time, he was trying to duel Kieran instead, but he basically humiliated the general's son, and the general was mad at that, and the mom was mad, like, man, you gotta defend your own honor next time, bro. Like, you can't have nobody else fight like an outsider. Even though he our cousin, you can't let no outsider fight for us, bro. So basically that happened, and we just kind of found out that the dude wanted, he basically antagonized Kieran so he could duel them, but we don't know why, what he wanted from the duel. But he wanted to antagonize Kieran so they could have a duel, and then like he was the person that like kind of changed the look. Like he made Kieran win over and over again, so he could have an excuse to fight him. So we kind of found out like that was pretty weird. Okay, we was like, what? Like he wanted to fight him? Like okay. So back to Kieran's story. So last time I checked, you remember Kieran accidentally teleported him to that the prison near like his other half, the demon. Okay, blah blah blah. Basically, it starts when they all woke up. Well, they wake up because they got back, and you know everybody was upset and depressed. So they all got drunk. Basically, they all got drunk. They was drinking. But they all came back safe. After that, let me see. After that, I think they made a plan. They made a plan. So this is Kieran, of course. Like I said, he on the island still. He on the island stuck. So they made like a plan to leave the island, and Kieran was like, "It's finally time to um, go fight. To go back to the kingdom and go like kill the bad guy. Cause the bad guy is like this dude. I don't know how to say his name, bro. His name started with G. I'm gonna call him Mr. G. It was the dude um way back when that was with Didamon, Kieran's brother or Kieran's dad, but I guess his brother who was doing that ritual to summon that demon. He was the other person there. So he's like the big bad for this book one. Like he like a bad guy. He been plotting for decades and years, and people thought he died in the past, but he was still alive. This and that. So they was like, we gotta go. Kieran was like, we gotta go save people. So, cause basically, he want the stone of shackles. That's the necklace Kieran wear, but everybody don't know why. He don't know why he wanted it, but he want the necklace. So Kieran was like, he gonna keep killing innocent people because that dude, the big bad, is like he died, but he kind of saved himself from dying. So like he still got negative effects because he's not fully alive, but he's not fully dead. So he basically got to feed on souls of innocent people to like sustain his life. So Karen was like, we can't just let him be loose. I know I'm safe right here, and he's looking for me. Like we don't know why, but he want me. But I can't just let him keep killing innocent people, because he's going to keep killing them. And Karen the good guy, so he was like, man, we got to make a plan, or whatever. So after that, they make a plan to trick the what's the name? Trick the dragon. Remember? They got to trick the dragon, but they was planning for. He said they planned took 2 years, so it's another little time skip. So by this time, Kieran is probably like 20 years old, I think 20 or 19, 20, I believe. He's 20 years old. So by this time, um, they basically have a plan. Can you remember the old man? The dragon is still guarding the island because he want Kieran, like he want to keep him in his collection. So basically, they just come up with this elaborate plan. There's nothing really special. They just basically trick old man to think Kieran died when he really didn't die, and so dragon want to follow him because he'll think Kieran was dead. So bada bam, bada boom, they trick the dragon, but it involves blowing up the island it was on. They all teleported away. The island get blown up. Bada bam, bada boom. Now they on a ship on the way back to the capital where he was at. So skip past that. Um, skip past that. They make it to the island. I gotta remember, bro. I took it. Let me see. I may stop on chapter. Actually, y'all, since it's like so long, 90. I don't want to keep guesswork. It was on 64, so I'm going to stop on. I'm gonna stop like on 74 or 80 with this review, and I'm gonna finish it off on 90. Or I'm gonna stop the review when they was about to when Kieran finally got to the capital and was about to fight them. All right, that's how I ended on. So it'll be better. Okay, so basically after that, where ended off it? They was making it to the what's the name to the harbor or whatever, and basically they was in secret disguise. Of course, they didn't want to them to know that they back because they was looking for Kieran. Because the story is that Kieran got kidnapped and they don't know by who. So like when they got back to the capital years later, it's like more protected. There's more guards all around. There's more defenses and stuff like that. You know. So basically, they get back to the capital and that's when they start plotting. They gotta sneak in, and Kieran gotta go talk to the general's son because he's one person that he gotta trust. Because the plan involves the general's son going to go talk to the dude that tried to duel him, Kieran. Um, I forgot his name. His name started with T. I'm gonna call him T though. Tried to duel T dude, and he's a part of the plan. So the big bad guys is T, Kieran's dad, but his real brother D Demon, and the big bad G. Dead man, that's what Kieran called him, but G. Them's the three main people that's plotting together, that's working together. So Kieran first goes to the general's son to go talk to him, you know, because he's trustworthy. He tell him like he dumped all this loaded information that he found out that the G dude, aka Dead Man, is still alive, and T, he's really like somebody else's son, and like all kind of he's really the Emperor's son and all kind of crazy stuff, this and that, and because they need the general on their side and they need the Emperor because they know the Emperor is very powerful. He's fought G or Dead Man before and he hate him. So and G is very powerful. So they go get the Emperor to kill G, and basically they go. I think Kieran is gonna fight his brother D Demon, and then I guess they'll jump the last dude T. So basically, Kieran goes to talk to him first. Um, let me see. That's really all that happened. He go talk to them, and they're waiting, and waiting, and waiting for that. Um, then after that, nothing really happened. Like I said, they were trying to plan and set up their plan. The witch lady, remember that was on the ship? Uh, she was kind of like a lookout. She was on the lookout for like a demon because their plan is what they gathered so far is they're gonna summon the the prince of demons again. They don't know why, but they're gonna summon him, and that's really all they know about the plan. So they don't want demons to run amok or amok, whatever you call it. So the witch, she got this spell to where she could like watch out for like the heat patterns or in the air or atmosphere to tell if there's demons around. So she just a lookout. Kieran went back to his house. No, he went back to his house where he used to stay at the Demon's house or palace. Um, the other dude went with him. Mother's son went with him. The assassin dude that's with the cult. He's with Kieran. And they all split up. And I think they already talked to the Emperor. Yeah, they already talked to the Emperor. They told the Emperor his plans. And basically, like, the Emperor gave him this ring. So they, like, communicate long distance. And basically they'll phone in the Emperor, tell him, "Yo, come through. Yeah, we got him captured." You know, because they plan is to basically confront D Demon. Because like in the whole plan, he's like the scrub out of the three. He's like the lower level type of dude. The G dude at the top, the T dude second in command, and D Demon is like scrub level with the trio. So basically, Kieran plan is to go press his brother, show up at the house, press his brother like, "Hey, we already know your plan, and we about to come kill you." And they go fake it like they chasing after D Demon, but they really want D Demon to lead them to G or Dead Man. So they lead them to G and Dead Man, and then they basically surprise attack them, and they call the Emperor. The Emperor come through. Then they already there, and like the general's son bring his troops and or his dad or whatever, and Kieran tells the lord of the house of Demon his real father, and like basically just they all surround him, capture him. That's the plan, the plan. But in books like this and stuff like this, the plan never goes well, which didn't happen. But I'm gonna save that for the next video because the next video is basically uh the plan is gonna happen, and eventually um like what I say like Talon stop. You remember how they was like narrating Talon side of the story and Kieran side of the story? After they tried this plan and failed, then like it's back to the present day to where like they was telling the stories, and from then on it's just Kieran. It's Kieran's side of the story. Um, besides them. But I'm gonna tell you one more thing before it's over. On Talon's side of the story, they basically showed us how Kieran got kidnapped, right? Like how he ended up on a slave ship or whatever, or captured. So basically, um, Kieran went back to like the slums or whatever, or like the lower place where he used to live at, and he found Ola, or who he believed to be Ola, but it might be Talon, but I believe it's Ola. He found Ola, and basically she was like, "Yo, you can escape." Like she looked all skinny and sick because she been on a run, of course. And so she was like, "Yo, Kieran, you can come with me. Let's escape. Let's leave the capital. We don't gotta deal with this no more. Let's leave. You can even bring your half brother, because half brother want to leave too, of course, because he hated his dad, he hated the family, he hated his grandpa, he hated all this. The family bad. They get beat, and nobody really cares. They not really a family. It's more of a business. So all I tell them, yeah, man, you can bring whoever you want. Let's escape. So bada bam, bada boom. They come back later, and I don't remember how, but you remember the T dude. Remember one of the three bad guys, the T dude. He was there, and I guess it was Talon there too. Talon was there. I forgot who she was pretending to be as. Talon was there. T and Ola. So I think they was drinking. I think he was drinking with T. I think it was Ola and I forgot how it was. Like, it was Ola, T, Kieran, and his half brother. They was like drinking or talking or planning or whatever. Because Kieran was trying to make a deal with T. I forgot what he wanted. I think it was a slave. Because because he wanted to escape with the slave girl. Remember he was trying to save. Because he made a promise to her sister that died. So he was trying to negotiate with him like, man, I can give you money. I can give you this. Like, what do you want for her? And then old boy was like, man, you know what I want? I want that necklace. And Karen was like, nah, fam, I can't give you that necklace. So they was drinking, and Ola was there too to oversee the deal because she's ready to go. Because after they make this deal, get the girl, they was gonna dip off immediately. But then they got drugged. It was like poison or drugs in the drink. So, and it was Tyler that did it. Kieran passed out. G passed out, of course. Ola didn't pass out, and because Talon drugged like T, Kieran, and um Kieran's half brother. So basically, I don't know what Talon really have in mind. She, like I said, you remember how she said she's playing both sides. Like she like pretending to be on this side, pretending to be that side, but she's playing on both, and she really just doing her own motive, which you really don't know what she wants now. So basically, she drugged them all, and T, he's a powerful wizard, right? So he was the last person to get knocked out. So he was like scared that they was gonna die. So he like was started flinging spells around, just hit Talon or whatever to stop Talon. And basically, um, one of the spells actually hit Ola, so that's how she died. Ola died then and there because a spell, a ricochet, that actually hit her. I think it was lightning or something, and bam, she died. Talon was real mad because that was once her lover, and so Talon was mad, and she was about to kill T. but she's still working for D Damon. So she was like, I can't kill him because he a part of the plan. So she left him alive. Basically, that's when she sent Kieran off to a slaver ship. I think she did it to help him out because he was about to get captured or whatever. So she sent him away on a slaver ship. And then that's how he ended up on a slave ship. Then got bought by the court. And that's where he met Relos Vara, and he almost took him instead. He was about to kill him and sacrifice him. Bada bam, bada boom, blah 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 blah. So now we caught up on that side of the story, and now I think it's probably like Talon's gonna probably narrate it like her point of view, probably for like 1 or 2 more chapters. But like I said, after that it's gonna be Kieran's side of the story. So we ended off where the battle was just about to take place. Their plan about to be in effect. Kieran just got back to his house, the Damon house. He told the general son about his plan. He told the emperor about his plan. He got Mother Son with him. The witch is at the bar doing her thing, planning. He's telling his real dad, uh, the house of the Damon, or the head of the Damon house. He's telling the lady that was friends with him, like that was a slave to the house of Damon, Mia. I think that's her name, Mia. She like a prophet witch. So they basically telling them, and then basically they told them, and he snuck up on his brother and was like, "Hey, bro, I'm back." He was like, "Son," pretend to be his son. "Son, how are you?" He was like, "I know you're not my dad. I know you're my brother." He like, "Oh, you found out, huh?" The Kieran needed to distract him because Kieran wanted him to get scared. Like he wanted D Demon to know that he knew the plan. If, like I said, for him to run away and go back to Deadman or G, so they could capture the mastermind of the whole plan. Basically, he was like, "Yeah, man, I know you're not my brother. I mean, I know you're not my dad. You're my brother." And it was like, basically, let's fight. And it was about to fight. Like he was about to kill each other. But the witch, the slave witch, saved them because you remember her soul is like in the hands of the head house, and basically, I mean the head of the house, and basically one of the rules she says like that the head of the house put on her is like to not let 2 of the people from the family fight in her presence. So she stopped the fight, of course, and then they was about to squat, but they was about to get at it for real. And so um that's when like I said, Kieran told him, "Yeah, I know the whole plan, bro, and we gonna stop you." And I said, D Demon took off. He took off like you saying, boy, he popping, he gone, he moving, he gone. And basically after that, like I said, Kieran plan is to follow him. I'm not gonna say no more, but we ended off with that. That's a good ending point. The next video should be the end. Like I said, it's very, very good, bro. I actually read it all, but the ending was good. A lot of twists and turns, a lot of good fights. So stay tuned for that video. I might do face cam again since the last video. I thought this would be the last video, but I feel like it would have been too long. It'd probably be like an hour long, bro, if I would have talked about both of them. It was like, I think like 30 or 40 chapters we would have to cover. So I'm gonna I did probably like 15-ish, 12-ish right now. And we will have to cover maybe like 20 chapters for it to end. So if you've made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. But if you haven't dropped a like yet, go and press that like button. And if you are new, go ahead and press that subscribe button. I'll catch y'all gents and ladies later. Peace.
The yellow flash of the leaf